All right, hope you're all ready to hear about a true slugfest here in this Week 12 matchup between Steve and Sarah. I call it a slugfest not because it was like a brutal beat out matchup, but because both teams pretty much put up the totals at the pace of a slug. There was just not a whole lot of high scoring here at all across the board. As Steve was able to score just enough here to beat Sarah, who had probably her worst scoring output of the season. Don't fact check me on that. I think so. But 66.80 is pretty rough. So let's look and see how Steve was able to pull this one out. Taylor Heineke, 13.22 points. Put up respectable numbers there. Nothing great at all, but it was all you needed. 223 yards, 1 touchdown, had 4 carries, 3 yards. He was like your last player you had going that week, Steve. So you just need him not to be terrible, and he wasn't. So we got you enough. Jimmy G got you almost mirror images. 2 Heineke, 13.20 points, had 230, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. So Sarah, I think you're hoping for more. I know with Kyler Murray, he's kind of been in and out. Actually, he's been out the entire time. It's just, you leave at the game day, you think he's going to play, but then Kingsbury says he's not playing. So then voila, you get Jimmy G as your quarterback here. I think for your 3rd, 4th straight week. I don't even know. I lost count. So didn't get it done for you this week though. The Niners got it done, but Jimmy G didn't get the passing totals that are great for fantasy. Najee Harris had only 5.2 points. He's probably his worst game of the season by far. Usually he's getting heavy volume and he's getting yardage, receiving game at the goal line, but it just wasn't happening this game. The Steelers just could not get out of their own way against the Bengals. 8 carries, 23 yards. He had 3 catches for 14. So awful performance for Najee Harris. But that game got out of hand, so they just had to throw it. It just didn't work out. Dalvin Cook got hurt in this one. It's like he tore his pec, or I think it's the torn labrum, like right below his shoulder. But it looked like a brutal injury. Looks like he's going to be out for at least the next couple of weeks. Before he left, though, did get a nice solid stat line, 11.3 points, had 10 carries, 39 yards, also caught 6 passes for 64 yards, and lost that fumble when he got hurt in the backfield in that play. But luckily, Sarah has Alexander Madison. Yep, I know I gotta say Madison again. So another homage to Hamilton. That's taking over my household. David Montgomery, 8.9 points, 17 carries, 46 yards. Also had 3 catches for 28 yards. So not spectacular performance. Got the volume, just couldn't really do much with it. So what are you gonna do, right, Steve? Luckily, you didn't need him to go off this week, but I think more weeks than not, when he gets 20 carries, he'll get you more than 8.9 points. Miles Sanders, though, 9 carries, 64 yards. They just won't give him the rock enough. Caught 1 pass, 0 yards. He's the Eagles just don't really know how to use him. They just don't. I don't know if they trust him or something, or it's just they like Boston Scott and Jordan Howard, and then Jalen Hurts is carrying the ball a lot. So I don't know if it's just how the game flow goes, but he's just not getting anywhere near as many touches as he probably should be getting, and that was reflective of this matchup too. Justin Jefferson, 11.26 points. I think he completed a pass for 24 yards playing quarterback. And he also caught 4 passes for 83 yards. So not a huge week by any stretch of the imagination, but pretty unique because he did throw a pass for 24 yards. So he showed off that arm. Chris Godwin, 2.7 points. Came back down to earth. No pun intended. God, earth, whatever. But had 1 carry, 3 yards, 4 receptions, 24 yards. So he just he fumbled early in the game. I think this kind of went away from him after that. So this didn't really work out. And it scored a lot of points. He had 38 points, but I think Leonard Fournette just took away all the production from that whole offense. Him and Gronk were pretty much the only guys really eating. Elijah Moore, 7.3 points, had 1 carry, 7 yards, also caught 4 passes for 46 yards. He's having a pretty solid rookie season so far. He might be the wide receiver 1 on the Jets team by next season if he isn't already. So definitely a high ceiling for him. It's just that offense just needs to get better. Quarterback plays needs to get better. Zach Wilson needs to be better. So a lot of ifs there in New York. Hollywood Brown had 8 catches, 51 yards. Just wasn't a huge week for him. Sarah needed a huge week from there in Sunday Night Football. No, Monday. I can't remember. I can't remember when the Ravens play. Was it Sunday or Monday? I think it was Sunday. Yeah. So Sunday Night Football just didn't get it done. And also TJ Hawkinson caught a nice touchdown there for you, Steve. 3 catches, 35 yards. So very solid performance for him. Kyle Pitts just did not get it done. Only 2 catches, 26 yards. He's been up and down here as a rookie, but that's to be expected. Rookie tight end, not a very good offense. It's a mixed bag for what you're going to get from Pitts from week to week. Cedric Wilson on Turkey Day got 13.9 points with no CD and no Amari. Had 104 yards. Him and Gallup are the only guys that Dak could go to, and got it done. They couldn't beat my Raiders, but they still got their totals there in the passing game. And this was a brutal one here for you, Sarah. You did not play Zach Moss. Got you 0.0 because he was just totally inactive. Just didn't even play. I don't know if it was like I didn't even pay attention to I didn't even know he was gonna be out. I was looking at Twitter after. I was like, oh, he's out, and it was like after the game started. So it just kind of snuck up on you for sure. I think you were napping from the turkey, so you just woke up and you're like, oh shit, Zach Moss didn't play. But yeah, and then what else am I gonna say? Yeah, I think it was just a brutal week. But it looks like based on your bench though, Sarah, you wouldn't have been able to beat Steve anyway. Even if you'd replaced him with Boyd or Callaway, it wouldn't have made a difference. So it wouldn't like it lost you a week, but still, you don't want to lose points on your bench or in your lineup by playing someone who's not playing. That's inexcusable, Sarah. Come on now. Chris Boswell, 4 points. Not a huge week at all. Steeler offense couldn't score. Only got 1 field goal. Daniel Carlson, though, did his best to try to save this week, Sarah. Got you 20 points on Thanksgiving. Hit a few long balls there. Got a 50-yarder. Got a 40-yarder. Was perfect on all of his kicks. So that's the recipe for a huge week for the kicker spot. And most weeks when you get 20 points from your kicker, you're going to win. It's just the rest of your roster, Sarah, just couldn't pick up the slack. Finally, the Panther defense got only 3 points for you, Steve, but it was enough because Sarah only got 0 from the Steelers. So Sarah had a rough day here with her flex and the kicker spot, getting no points in those positions, and that's going to equal the equal loss more weeks than not. So, but congrats to you, Steve. You pull into a technical tie with Brian here for the 6th spot. Technically, you're in 7th just because of the points for disparity, but you're in the thick of it, man. So good luck to you this week. And then Sarah, you're holding on. You're going to need some help the rest of the way. You're going to need the win probably the next 2 weeks, and then you're going to need some people ahead of you in that 4, 5, 6 spot to kind of lose. But we'll see what happens. It's been a crazy season. No one's really getting any real advantage. Everyone's kind of like in its own little, what do you call it? Like a mixed pot. It's just we're all jumbled together outside of Ross. We're all just trying to seal a spot, and no one's secured a spot yet. So anyways, yeah, good luck to you, Sarah. Good luck to you, Steve.